a lone sun disk rose over Egypt, and a pharaoh rewrote the nation's gods. He abandoned established temples and proclaimed a single god, the Aten, the living sun. He took a new name, Akhenaten, signaling a break with tradition and a shift in divine power.
Subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of ancient Egypt.
For centuries, Amun's priests controlled vast wealth and shaped state rituals across Egypt. The pharaoh inherited a kingdom where temples rivaled the palace in wealth and influence. As a prince, he absorbed both ritual and art, already drawn to the image of the sun. He publicly adopted the new titulary, a clear message: the state would honor a single divine. Temples to other gods were closed or stripped, their cults pushed to the margins overnight. He founded Akhetaten, a city conceived as a living hymn to the sun, open to the sky. Temples changed, roofs opened, rituals directed upward. The sun itself became. Art became intimate. Rays with tiny hands bestowed life directly upon the royal family. Nefertiti appeared as more than a queen, a visible partner in worship, equal in many public images. Ordinary people watched ancient gods vanish from daily life, unsure what to keep and what to abandon. The redirection of temple income altered local economies, weakening powerful priestly networks. Akhenaten's court still dealt with kings abroad, while a religious revolution reshaped domestic law. Portraiture shifted from godlike formality to warm human moments between ruler and family. Resistance grew in secret corridors, where influence and tradition gathered against reform. He authored hymns celebrating the sun as sole creator, ideas radical for Egypt's layered gods. Daily life in the new capital mixed devotion with commerce, yet old customs still lingered. Tumart broke convention, the king no longer distant, but intimate and oddly elongated. Some later viewers saw illness in the art, but artists clearly followed a deliberate, new aesthetic. Resources shifted to the new cult, leaving many provincial projects unfinished and unpopular. Over time, the court's enthusiasm waned, and support from elites began to crack under pressure. His death arrived amid uncertainty, leaving a fragile experiment without a clear successor. A string of short reigns followed, uncertain rulers who lacked the founder's singular vision. Old gods returned triumphantly in public ceremonies, their temples restored to former influence. Officials struck his name from monuments, attempting to erase the experiment from memory and history. The city fell silent, its sunlit glory softened by sand and time, a ghost of a revolution. Centuries later, excavators peeled back sand to reveal murals, letters, and a vanished. The clay archives exposed diplomacy and daily life, giving voice to a court long erased. Bright pigments and carved forms reminded the modern world of a bold, unusual court. Decades of scholarship debated whether his reforms were spiritual awakening, political strategy, or both. We cannot know the Pharaoh's deepest motive, only trace the bold decisions that reshaped a civilization. The Amarna aesthetic later inspired artists, proving the Pharaoh's visual revolution endured beyond politics. Some scholars see echoes of Aten's singular focus in later monotheistic thought, though links. Nefertiti emerged as a central figure, often shown performing priestly acts alongside the pharaoh. Was his faith genuine, or a political tool cloaked in theology? The evidence remains nuanced and ambiguous. A subsequent ruler restored old names and rites, reversing the state's official worship, and life returned to rituals that had governed Egypt for generations, and the old order regained authority. Scribes later omitted him from official lists, an act of institutional forgetting that lasted. These recovered images prove the court's radical tastes and personal devotion, preserved beneath centuries. Modern scholarship alternates between praise for artistic innovation and caution about political motives. The simple power of a single sun image continues to resonate in art and public imagination. The story is of a ruler who sought religious transformation. Courageous, controversial, and ultimately, he attempted to change the gods, and in doing so, left an unforgettable, if contentious, imprint. His bold attempt to remake belief reminds us how fragile and powerful faith can be.